Hello YouTube world and welcome back. Today is an exciting day for Assassin's Creed fans, as today marks the release of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, if you pre-ordered the more expensive one. That allowed for the 3 days early access, or at least I think it's 3 days. And I gotta say, so far after playing for a couple of hours, I am very much happy with this game. It's got a different feel. It's kind of hard to explain. As I said before, I don't do reviews, but I do, impressions or thoughts on what I'm experiencing in the moment. And the first thing that struck to me, because I didn't really watch any of the reviews, I only watched a couple of seconds of gameplay here and there, and it was the graphics. They're not night and day better, but I find it's more vibrant, the colors. There's just something about it, the way it looks. I wouldn't say it looks better. I think Assassin's Creed Origins looked fantastic. I think it just looks different. There's more variety in the colors, if that makes any sense. I found Assassin's Creed Origins a lot more orangey brown for obvious reasons. Because, desert and stuff. So yeah, so I like the way it looks. I like the way it handles. Right now, as I've mentioned before, I have a hard time doing two things at once. So right now I'm playing while I'm also talking, which I'm terrible at doing, but I want to practice and get better, because this is what I really enjoy doing. I don't expect to be good, but hopefully I'll get better. So you kind of get an idea for the graphics. Now that I'm running around, I'm going to that designated waypoint that you can see ahead. I could fast travel, but I kind of wanted to just roam around a little bit and show you what's going on. PETA might not be too happy with me right now, but that's okay. So now that I've done that and shown you what the game looks like, I'm going to show you the menu here in a second. I mean, look at all that water. There's a lot of verticality. Made the same mistake in my Forza Horizon 4 video. Verticality. There's a lot more of that in this game. And, yeah, and a lot more ocean. So let's take a look at the map real quick. Again, because I don't know a lot about the game, I'm discovering it as I'm playing it. So that's why I would never be able to do a review. Plus, I just don't have the personality or the brains for it. So here's the map, for those of you who may not have seen it. There is a crap load of water and a lot of little islands. So right away we're able to see that it's just vastly different in terms of the geographical layout compared to Assassin's Creed Origins. This is giving me the Black Flag vibe from Assassin's Creed 4, and that's a great thing. As you scroll over the different areas, you'll notice, little provinces, right? Nothing new there. And you'll notice on the right-hand side, Spartan leadership, or if it's Athenian leadership. Spartan, Athenian. Yeah, I literally don't know much about the game. I do know about the basics, where your father or something like that, or one of your relatives was King Leonidas. It was in the intro, but I actually forget exactly who he was in relation to you. So anyhow, that's the map. I don't want to bore you all day with it. Same kind of thing where you can waypoint, and you have the fast travel. Quests, Odyssey, that's your main missions. Everything else are side quests. Inventory. Basic layout. You've got assassin damage, warrior damage, hunter damage. Those are your three different trees, if you will, which we'll get into in a quick second. You can engrave things. So these are the ones that I've unlocked. When I saw 4% fire damage, I was like, oh, my weapon will be fire, like in Origins, or like poison or whatever. Sadly, in this game, you have to do a quest later on that'll give you the permanent fire damage trait, or engraving, if you will. So this just quickly gives you an idea. I'm just kind of going quick there, just to show you some of the engravings that you can get. So that takes care of the engraving part. When it comes to weapons, sort of like in Origins there, you know, you got your swords, your heavy blunts, heavy blade, staff, spears. When it comes to bows, they're just all lined up here. I don't know if there's like light bows or predator bows or all that kind of stuff. Again, this isn't Assassin's Creed Origins, I get that. But I don't know, as this one doesn't tell me what type of bow it is, if it's like a hunting bow, predator bow, as I said. So I don't know any of that stuff yet. Again, you can salvage, you can upgrade, so if you got a weapon that you like the looks of or the skills on it, you want to upgrade, you can do that at the blacksmith. The tree, nothing overly new. You know, your standard, you can increase your skills and all that. So here's your warrior tree. Here's your assassin tree. You know, like here you can poison people. You can poison your weapons to poison people. But there's a cooldown on it. So you can read that there really quick if you want to pause that quickly. I'm just going to skip ahead here. So in order to reveal secrets, you see, you have to actually unlock it. And there's 3 tiers to this one. The next one will give you chests. Again, I'm just going to move along. If you want to read it, you can pause it. So I chose to put it down here, so when I hit L1 on my controller and X, I'll coat my weapons in poison for a bit. So that's kind of neat. These are the basic ones that you get, you know, being able to summon a horse. Again, moving on. Baseline ability, changing the time. Your bird. Again, feel free to pause if you want to read these, because I want to get going ahead. I made another video earlier, but it was like 25 minutes long, and I didn't feel like I liked it. I just didn't like it, so I deleted it, and I'm remaking this one. I've told people before I rant on, and if you don't like that, I'm definitely not the guy you want to listen to. I don't really know much about mercenaries other than I've killed one so far. And obviously that's me. But I'm considered a mercenary. But all these other ones that are grayed out that you can't see, they're mercenaries that come after you throughout the game as you play it and all that. And when that does happen, you'll see it at the bottom right of your screen. You would have a bar. I'm pointing at the screen as if you could see my finger, but yeah. So that's what would happen. So I'm just going to walk around here and get to this checkpoint while I'm babbling. Might as well do something semi-constructive. So that's what would end up happening with the mercenaries. They're kind of like the phalanx, however you want to pronounce it, tomato, tomato. I'm French, so my English isn't the best. But let me summon my horse. I like the combat a lot as well. It's a little different, it feels a bit tighter. It is more or less relatively the same. There might be some technical aspects that are different that I'm just not really aware of. I mean, I know there's no shields, like I've already mentioned. There's no,
Time to have a little chat.
Yeah, time to have a little chat, alright. Like I said, it's a lot of the same. And that's not a bad thing, but I really do think they've improved it. There's just something about the gameplay overall. I can't really give you specific details. I'm not good at that stuff. I just like the way the game feels. Is that good enough? Like it just feels better. Not that Origins is crap.
The gods is my witness. I swear. Which one? What difference does it make? All of them. I swear. All of them. I have never so much fucking god talk from one man in all my days.
Let him go.
No one on this island is allowed to say that word. This is To me!
Want it? Go get it.
I was not expecting that. Alright, so a little bit about the combat. When you hit L1 and then you wait for a hit, you hit R1, and that's how you parry because you don't have a shield. Yeah, you can charge attacks. Yeah, I usually play much better than this, but I don't really care. Like I said at the end of it all, when I talk and record at the same time, it's just not my strong point. When they flash red, that's an unblockable move. When you dodge perfectly, time slows down as well. When you time it right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here. See, I just coated my weapon with poison. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna die. Oh, one more hit and I'm done. Yeah, I don't know where the other person is, so I'm just gonna kinda... I almost killed myself there. I'm just gonna run off and regroup a little bit. Oh, he's shooting at me. Obviously. Well, that's no good. Oh, you die. Holy cow. Where'd he come from? Oh. For the love of God, is that it? Yep. Alright, so that was a little bit of the combat. It wasn't that great on my part, but like I said, I never claimed to be an amazing gamer. Oh, it's a person.
Shouldn't make it. Even rats like these are friends of California.
Yeah, so like I said, it's I'm having a lot of fun. And at first I thought I was being biased because, you know, it's the new Assassin's Creed, it's the flavor of the year. And I've been playing the crap out of Assassin's Creed Origins, so maybe I'm just bored and this is just fresh. But no, it's just the way the game feels overall. It's just, like I said, I can't always put words into it other than I just like it more. There's very few things about it I don't like how there's no ability to have a shield. You can't frequently have fire or poisonous weapons. As far as I know, there are no poisonous weapons except for that skill that I showed you. And the fire weapon is a trait or engraving that you unlock later.
I can't thank you enough. After spending most of my life at sea, it would have been absolutely shameful to drown in a pot. Ah, where are my manners? I am Varnavas, captain of the Odyssey.
Well, Barnabas, pleased to meet you. I'm Alexios, Mystics by trade.
Oh, but you're much more than that, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
When they forced my head underwater, I prayed to the gods, and when they pulled it out, there you were.
So there's dialogue choice throughout the whole game. That's a new thing. And that can change the course of the game a little bit from my understanding.
You called, and I answered.
Many claim to have blood of the gods in their veins. You're the first I actually believe.
So obviously the white ones are the ones that you can ask without just skipping to the main dialogue choice.
So why would those men attack you?
Oh, you know the people here. No offense. I tell them a tale of my last voyage, and the next thing I know, they're acting like a bunch of savages.
What tale could you tell that would make them so angry?
My last voyage, we found a man floating alone on a raft. Before he passed, he told us a tale to make the blood run cold. Something about a horrifying creature, ugly beyond description. I mentioned the words, one-eyed monster. Next thing I know,
One-eyed
I'm
monster.
drowning in a clay pot.
Yes, the Cyclops tends to take that personally.
I also find his character to be very sarcastic and kind of funny. I actually kind of really like him. He's pretty interesting.
Where do you come from?
Everywhere, nowhere. The Adrestia is my home. But I was born in an olive grove in Mykonos. I haven't stepped foot there since I left for the military.
So you're a soldier.
I was. My brothers and I were captains of the Athenian fleet. Until one night during a siege, Poseidon's fury destroyed our ships. That was the night I saw it.
And you can also skip the dialogue with hitting circle, like to speed it up, because I read quicker.
It. What did
The sea god
See?
commands more than just the winds and the waves when I saw his beast, his murderous pet. Few believe me, but this dead eye is a...
So I'm just kind of skipping it a little bit. Now here's the gold one.
You have a ship.
Of course. Gods forbid I did.
Where is it now?
Thanks to you, it's still in Sandy.
Alright.
Seeing as I saved your ship and your life, I'd say you owe me.
Mind of a Mystios. You know who you remind me of? Me. A much younger me, of course.
You're changing the subject.
Ah, yes. My apologies. You're right.
I need the ship and the crew. So that's a yes?
My ship, my crew, and my services.
You truly aren't from around here.
Gods no. And I thank...
Alright, so that was long. I wasn't expecting a long dialogue, but I mean, it's YouTube. It's not like you can't fast forward through it. You can also play as a female character. I know I just randomly spurred out things, but that's just as I remember things or discover them. I'll talk about them. Like I said, this playthrough is really not a review. As I said, it's kind of unorganized, and it's just sort of like a play with me, check out the game, what's going on. I suppose for this here, I might walk back, I don't know, so we can check out the scenery. I could fast travel, maybe I will in a second, who knows. So which way was it again? Maybe I'll see if there's a boat nearby or something. I mean, the whole Greek mythology thing is pretty amazing. The whole Spartan thing, gladiator vibe. I absolutely adore that. It's one of my favorite themes in the world. So I guess there's no boat nearby. And of course the bird. Alright, I'm just gonna get attacked by wolves. Oh, there. Bad puppy. PETA would be so proud. Sit down, boy. Alright. Let's just fast travel here. I may end this video soon, as I don't want to make it insanely long. That just kind of gives you the first impression, a little bit of the dialogue, his personality, the combat, roaming around. This is just within the first few hours of the game, like I said. Brief description of the skills, quick little overview on the weapons, how there's no shield. There's also no costumes. So remember in Origins how you could just like have the gear that you have, but then you could like just put a costume on and it didn't have stats? Well, this game does not have that. So if you want the looks of a gear, you're gonna have to upgrade it. I mean, look at that view again. Again, not that Origins and other games looked bad. But I mean, I'm just having a blast. I really do like this game a lot. And again, I've never really hated an Assassin's Creed, except for maybe, was it Unity that I didn't like that much? Or if I had to choose one that I didn't like much. But that one had like multiplayer and all that. I played it a little bit. Yeah, so I think I may wrap up the video. I mean, if you're done, obviously you'll stop watching on your own. I'm just kind of procrastinating here. I'm going to skip to... No, it's still daytime. Might be afternoon. I'm just sitting here trying to think of if there's anything else I wanted to share in terms of differences from Origins overall. I think I've already listed them. I mean, obviously if you Google it, you're going to get a lot better information than coming here. This is me practicing the craft of being a YouTuber, as I do want to do this full time. See the usual, sell all the useless goods you don't need. When you go back, obviously you can buy things, right? Swords, daggers, heavy blunts, heavy bladed, staff, spears, bows, and again, there's no type of bow. So I think there's just the one type of bow in the game. And then again, just like in Origins, you can upgrade, so this is a level 5. If I wanted a 7, there's the upgrade cost. If I want to engrave, there it is with that green shield thing with the plus, what it would cost to do that. So you get the idea. I had already engraved this one with fire damage, thinking it was going to give me fire damage, but no, it just increases the fire damage if you have it by 4%, but it's kind of useless because it doesn't do fire damage. Yeah, so before I turn this in, I think I am going to end the video here. Thanks for tuning in, for the 2 people that might watch this. If there's anything I missed that you're curious about, I mean, by all means, ask me. But hopefully this covers, you know, a few basic things in a very convoluted kind of way. But unfortunately, that's just my personality type with having severe ADHD. My brain's all over the place. So anyways, that is it for me for now. And if you liked the video, you know what to do. You give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I can take it. If you want to subscribe, you go ahead, you subscribe. And if you don't, oh, I'll piss on you. No, I'm just kidding. See you guys in the next video. Take care.